on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
Come on. Hey!
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Let's go! Well, 10 cycles.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Douglas. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is. And his first throw of the game, I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I notice his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Douglas. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. 44 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's got some. There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Damian Harris, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Off play action. Douglas. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kwity Paye. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Looking to throw. Douglas. Looking left side, and it's complete. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down. Douglas. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. Off Off the play fake, Douglas. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Off play action, Douglas. He's got his man on the crossing route. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 23. Back to throw, Douglas. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here.
And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Denver. 49 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Back-to-back running plays putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15?
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And out across midfield down to the 45. 36 yards on the play.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw, Douglas. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Looking to throw on 2nd down, Douglas. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Off the play fake, Douglas. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
The Raiders hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Plague did on the last one.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
108 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. They'll run again with Harris.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And some room to roam now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Harris running straight ahead. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They hand this off to Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw. A nice work out. Touchdown!
Rashad Bateman,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Now the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
The score, Raiders 21, Broncos 14.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Chigakakwo, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top.
As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing on first down, Douglas. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Their mobile, agile quarterback keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out.
And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there, still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Off play action. Douglas. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Douglas.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Douglas. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Come on, set. Real green.
On 4th down, Douglas. Looking left side, and it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. looking to throw. Douglas looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Douglas. He's got it. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, my, that's a heck of a tackle right there on 3rd down because they had to swing it out to the back and hope that he could make a play. But let's face it, in order for him to be there and be in that position, in order to make that play, he had to read his keys and not be fooled. Excellent job in the open field.
And cycle.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Broncos are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. Find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On play action, they'll throw. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run again with Harris. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
This is Harris, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. This offense so far on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
And he'll be out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And with the scoreboard against him here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets him up for 1st and goal.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Damian Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Broncos 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
On 1st down, Douglas. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play there for Vegas.
47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Batted by the safety, but caught anyway.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 2-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. This will be caught at about the 5. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown Raiders from 4 yards out.
And the Raiders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll set up to throw. And the Raiders have got him.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
So that a 56-yard punt with a 14-yard return.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were. How about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for Las Vegas, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next